probably 20-30 minutes I was getting my steps in for the day, and I wanted to talk to y'all. Because baby, who knows, it'll probably be like another week or so we won't even be able to be outside, right? So I just wanted to come out here. I'm about to go back west. But hi. Hey everybody, it's me. It's Elise. This is my page. Be sure you're following. This is my page. Actress Elise Neal. This is the only verified page. There are fake pages. I'm outside, so if I start to talk loud, there are some fake pages out there, so be sure you're following this one. Follow this page. You know, I've been rocking with y'all and giving y'all TV and film for over, since the mid 90s. Wow. But yeah, I'm enjoying some nature, just doing like my scratching my arm, out here doing my steps. But y'all ain't gonna believe what happened. Well, y'all probably gonna believe this, but I always, when things happen, I always like to sometimes let you guys know how things go. It's a beautiful day here, which like I said, child, it probably be snowing next week. So we gotta enjoy nature while we can. So I'm gonna encourage you, wherever you are, maybe too late in the day, but get out and get some sunshine, because this feels so good. And I already did my run and my steps. Hi everybody, thank you for coming on. Yes, good. Get outside, move y'all bodies, because you're gonna be locked in the gym inside in a few moments, or wherever you are. Some people, it's snowing already, so just coming out here, and it just feels great. There is a person just passed out going to sleep. I don't like to talk on nobody's flight. They might just be taking a nap, but if it were me, even, God forbid, if this was my plate, I would be somewhere safe, or at least in a corner or something. But they are literally, I ain't gonna disrespect them. They is passed out like maybe they were drinking last night. We don't know. But I it is Sunday. It's a beautiful day here, and again, I'm about to go back west because I don't like cold at all. But y'all, do you know, I talk about this very lightly, and maybe not enough on this page, but being in the business or being in the limelight, even if you're not in the entertainment business, people get jealous. People have a lot to say, and you have to kind of be ready with that, and you have to understand that that's part of it. I mean, it has to be. Almost 20 years ago, did I get like, I ain't worried about what nobody gonna say about me, because I'm doing what I love. I absolutely love it. I still make great money when I do it. I've been able to help my niece get into college, which my niece is a nurse, y'all, which still just, not a nurse, but a doctor. My niece graduated from her residency like 5 years ago. So I have a full-blown doctor in the family that, I was able to help and participate in paying for some of that for her to stay in school and get a residency and all of the things. So I'm blessed in my life, and I love the choices, and I still love creating art, and I'm still, up and moving and active, so my body feels good. But y'all, so one of my editors let me know this, because I didn't see it. Because one thing about me, I will post whatever I want to post. It may take me a month, 2 months, 3 months to go back and just say, let me see what everybody said. And I'll tell you, that's one of the key things about being successful in social media, in my opinion. And I'm here to give y'all advice, right? So mine is post whatever you want. Make sure it's edited good. Make sure, you want to walk away with most of your posts. Not all of them, but you want to walk away with most of your posts and be like, I know that was good. That's good. That's going to get the engagement I want. I edited that one great. Everybody's going to like all the the different changes of my outfit, or everybody's going to like whatever topic I was talking on. That's just one of the keys of being on social media, whether you're in the entertainment business or not, and making them engaging and making them good. Especially if you're doing something like short form or clips or with outfits, try to do 2 or 3 outfits. Don't just do one. Don't be boring. Everybody's too sophisticated for that. So you got to kind of give them something. Dance, do something. But one of my editors brought to my attention that somebody had the nerve to come into my comment section. And again, I like to tell people because people think that I'm lying when I say that I have people who like to come on sometimes and say hateful things. And this person decided to say, what'd she say? And like I said, I don't usually respond because that ain't me. But somebody else brought it to my attention. And they was like, she ain't been in anything since they kicked her off of all of us. Funny, because it's so untrue. And then also I have to remind myself too that because I'm not like a thirsty person, or I don't like use publicists all the time, because why? I'm living in the world and I'm happy about it. Or I'm working and I'm happy about it. And I was like, dang, we are in times where, especially, and this was, I think, another black woman, it's like, why we gotta be like that? It was funny. I ain't gonna lie, because I did laugh. But I just be like, maybe we take the time to look each other up, or see what the person may be going through, or first of all, fact check, because you're wrong. You're loud and wrong, because that was the first thing. Like, don't be loud and wrong. It's over like 200 things I've done since freaking All of Us, and I went on a whole maybe 7-month tour with Assorted Flavors after that show, and then went into another show right after that. So I just was like, but see, that thing called jealousy, or that thing called hatred, or that thing called maybe the love that someone else is, and attention that someone else is getting that I'm not getting, causes people sometimes to do things that is just not cool. So I'm just encouraging everybody just to be kinder to each other. And like I said, fact check. Because, that ain't nothing but a Google search. You would have saw you was loud and wrong. I don't know. I just be like, there's so many people in this world who die from validation. But, and again, I know I'm different. Because I've been getting standing ovations as a dancer from the age of 6 years old. So maybe I don't need it more than the next person. Because I've gotten it. But damn, we do need to be better. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know what sis is going through to even say that. But again, somebody on my team, they put together a whole reel of different movies, TV, clapbacks in between. And I was like, it's Sunday. Ain't nobody doing all that. But I did send them a nice message. So please be sure you're following so you can see the message that I put on my page. It should follow. It should be the first thing that you see. Again, I just don't be knowing y'all. And so y'all think that being in the public eye is easy. It is if you've let it go. Like, I've let it go. Hi, everybody. I've let it go, and again, if someone has a life that you want, if somebody has the career that you want, or somebody is really chasing after their dreams in a way that you haven't been able to chase after yours, because see, I chase after mine, and I chase after them every day because I love it. But I guess because I spend way too much time on myself or in the gym, writing and doing my craft, that I don't be caring about what somebody else is doing, because I'm too busy worried about me, right? Oh, so you watch it's on Netflix right now, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, matter of fact, I remember getting that. Yeah, I got that one. What's so crazy? My publicist pointed out to me, there's 7 different things with my name attached that's on Netflix right now. So obviously it was starting to get cool. I knew that. That's why I brought a jacket. The Hughleys, it's I had an episode of Scandal that I did, which I love that episode of Scandal. That's on about one episode on the Steve Harvey Show is on Netflix because my cousin saw that and told me. Money Talks, I think it's still on Netflix. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that are still on the platform of mine that I still get paid from every time they show it. I mean, might be $1 or $2, but that's for the rest of my life. So while I have a moment, since I'm talking about acting briefly, I always encourage you guys to figure out how to get into the Screen Actors Guild. Because see, that's why I get the $2 check every month. But think about it, that adds up. It wasn't $2 the whole time. It was, the older the project is, the less you get. But there's a reason for that I get these, and I don't have to do anything but do the work that I've done. It's because I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. So every project I've ever been in, and again right now, I think I'm at like 260 projects I've been blessed to be a part of. So I get, if they're not trying to, scam the Screen Actors Guild, because some people be trying to do that, then I get paid for it. I mean, to the rest of my life. But yeah, like I said, it might be snowing. It may be snowing next week, and I'm definitely going to be getting out of this town soon because I hate cold. I even brought my jacket to sit outside after my run because I had my jacket on and then I got hot from running. So then I took it off, but it's starting to get, the sun's going down. Let me put it back on. So y'all check out the gift goals. Not a lot for today. I may come back on because I take advantage of Sundays and off days, and I usually go back to the gym twice. So this is my one workout for the day in the sunshine, and then I'm gonna go to the gym later. Somebody is grooving. Yeah, getting a little breezy. Getting a little breezy. Okay, much better. Much better. All right, let me take I got my glasses on. I couldn't even see. Oh, I don't know. Somebody was driving by on their motor bicycle, and they was blasting music. We black people. We love our music, and I'm outside, y'all. Hi, Alabama. How are you? My sister lives in Mobile, Alabama. I just wanted to get a little message on y'all hearts today because I could, So check the gift guide, y'all. It's not that much today. I'm over here giving y'all gems and motivation. You know what I'm saying? It's just gems and Sunday vibes. Check the gift goals for today. But what do you guys do with that? I have dealt with that a lot in my career. And, it's just not even necessary because that's not even my vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's not even my vibe. I ain't nothing but good vibes. Thank you. There it is. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. I ain't nothing but good vibes. And trying to give y'all some tips and acting, and yes, Money Talks, absolutely. Like I said, I think that's on Netflix right now. I may have to move because the sun is moving, but I'm just sitting here for now. I just did I don't wear a watch or anything. I'm a little different. I know that I need to burn calories, right? Let me put this up here, and then I'm gonna probably have to turn around because the sun is going down. I know I need to burn calories. So if I don't feel like I have run at least a mile and a half, thank you. I I feel like if I haven't run at least a mile and a half, then I know I haven't reached a goal, or I appreciate it. Boom. I'm not sweating. I'm not challenging myself. Then I know I haven't hit the goals that I need to do. Oh, somebody said at first that it looks like Elise Neal. Yeah, this is my page. Be sure you're following so you know when I'm going live, when I'm dropping new projects, and all of the things. So be sure you do that. And I tell everybody that, like, as much love and work and heart and soul I've put into everything for so many years. I mean, a follow is free, right? Follow is free. And just so you know, like, it'd be so funny if I go outside. I know everybody loves to smoke, but I'm like, damn. If I was going on if I was in full run, that's what irritates me. Like, I'm just sitting down, so cool. But if I'm like in a full sprint, and then it's like somebody goes by and they're like smoking weed, I'm like, it's like us people out here trying to exercise ain't got a chance. Thank you for loving my work. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. But y'all know it's true. You step outside these days, okay, the people trying to get healthy gotta be like, damn. so I can run on by, try to run faster. I like my lungs, honey. I like being on this earth and healthy. I don't know about y'all. But really though, it just, it does kind of just be like, dang, why you gotta be like that, Like, okay, so if you're just joining, I was talking about somebody had the nerve to come on my page and talk about I ain't did nothing since All of Us. And I told them, like, the even reason why I saw it, because I don't go back and read comments. That's just not what I do. I got too much else to do. But somebody on my team saw it, and then they put together, one of my editors, they put together a whole clapback reel to send this girl. And I was like, yeah, we ain't going to do all that. But I did send them a message, and I think it was a sister. Again, I don't know these people, so I think it was a sister. And I was like, yeah, we got a lot going on. We got a president that doesn't love people. We got so much going on. Like, we got to embrace each other and be kind and, help each other laugh, or give each other joy, or help your neighbor get some cash, do things like that. And somebody said it, like I said, sometimes, I shouldn't even say sometimes, a lot of my career. And again, I look at it weird, as it's weird for me, because it's like, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I believe you can see that I love it. So I'm not on here trying to, get a man from it. I've had my own money for years, okay? And I get those too, but not because of cash. And I love this. I love being in the entertainment business. And if I've been able to be successful in it, it's, I saw this wealthy guy be interviewed the other day. And he said some of it's luck. Some of it's talent and some of it's luck. And sometimes the luck of the draw goes to one person and it doesn't go to the other person. And you have to, and I say that for me, like, there's been so much stuff that I audition for that I don't get, but I got over that a long time ago. Because how can you be in the business and not understand that you're not going to get everything that you go out for? Because that's crazy. Everybody is not as lucky as Eddie Murphy. Y'all, did y'all know that Eddie Murphy has only auditioned for one thing his entire career? And that was before he got on Saturday Night Live. And maybe it was the Saturday Night Live. But how amazing is that? Okay? That you got one audition or two your entire career. And then you are the Eddie Murphy with a production company and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of the things. Like, that is just the best story ever. And yeah, somebody brought up his documentary that's on Netflix. I haven't checked it out. I need to. I want to check it out. And I'm going to tell y'all a fun fact. And again, be sure you're following, because I'm always dropping gems and some good behind the scenes stuff. But y'all, here's a fun fact. Do y'all, somebody said it's good. I'm going to check it out. Do y'all know that I was Robin Givens stand-in for Boomerang? I was. This is back when I was doing musicals, commercials, and dancing in New York. I was Robin Givens stand-in on the movie Boomerang. And baby, when I first got it, I was like, why they gonna pick me to do that? Because she got to be, 5'8", 5'9", that's what she looked like to me. And then when I met her, and we was the same little bitty height, and just so y'all know, this is what I was like, skinny, and she was really skinny. I said, oh, well, damn, we do look like the same. This is crazy. We very much could be the same doubles. So also why I always encourage you guys to do whatever it takes for you to be in the Screen Actors Guild, because this is so long ago. This is before I even started acting. And I got that my first time on a big movie set and all of those things. Because again, I'm doing musicals and music videos. And I learned so much from being on there. So obviously I know people that know him. So that could have been at the time where I got it. And I think just being out in New York, I may have come across his path at that point. I did at some point after that, but I'm just I don't remember the how. But the fact that they allowed me to do that when I wasn't an actor showed me so much about the business and the new journey that I was going to go on, in a few years after that. But yes, I was there that whole time when they were doing that scene with Grace Jones in the restaurant. And we was upstairs hiding out in the big restaurant. Child, probably till like 3 o'clock in the morning. But see, why I say do your due diligence and get in the Screen Actors Guild, I probably made like this. Again, this was a long time ago, so this wasn't obviously present day. I had to make at least $5,000 just for being her stand-in. And I didn't work the whole movie. I probably worked a month on that movie. But that's a lot for just sitting around. And I do too. I did meet Grace briefly that night, but I know. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, you just never know. There's a lot of cash you're able to generate by being in the Screen Actors Guild. And I've said this story too before, but I always like to say it. There's a couple that I know in California that she and her husband do stand-in work for extra money. One of them is a retired doctor. But they just like being on the set, and they figured out how to get in the Screen Actors Guild, and they make that good extra $2,000 a month or something just from sitting on the set. So I'm just saying. So you're welcome. Come on in. We're just talking. You're SAG eligible. I need to pay the fee. Okay, so the person, if you're SAG eligible, I'm talking to you. Somebody just put in the chat that they're SAG eligible. My question to you is, have you called SAG? Say yes or no to the person who said they're SAG eligible. Say yes or no. Have you called SAG? Yes or no? Anyway, if the answer is no, you should. Because again, we got to get out of our own way, right? So you don't know. They may have changed some of the rules, which I know a lot of the rules have changed, and you might be eligible. Or sometimes if you're just SAG eligible, y'all, you can still do an audition for the SAG projects, which is going to bring you more revenue. This is about money making. Because see, I don't play about that. Okay, this is about this. But yeah, you should call them, because you might be able to, if they tell you may have enough credits, and then you could still audition for SAG work and then get on more sets, and then you'll be able to be in the union. And they got payment plans. You can space out your payments. But I always look at anything. In the beginning of this, y'all, welcome to all the new people that are coming in. Hey, what's up? How are you? Come on in. I started this by saying, I was blessed to be able to be in a position when my niece, who's now a doctor, was in medical school, residency, all of the things. And the fact that I've been able to be in entertainment and make sometimes a really good salary, I say a really good salary. I have goals. Everybody has goals, right? And I'm not saying this to brag, but years ago, I think just from residuals alone, I had made like over $1 million just from residuals alone. This is years ago. And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm saying it because that's what you can generate with your life if you're trying to be an actor and get into the Screen Actors Guild. All of those things helped me purchase my first condo, then my home out in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things helped me. So I'm just saying, what's up, Memphis? How are you? So as I mentioned, I invested it in my real estate. I owned a condo that I owned, and then I actually sold that, y'all. I sold my condo, which I absolutely loved. Loved that place. And why I sold that condo, and again, this is things that I don't talk about that maybe I need to share. Maybe I need to just go on and get some podcast equipment and get out of my own way and do more episodes of my podcast. And if you haven't checked it out, I do have a podcast. I've only done one episode. It's called The Real Neal. It's on Spotify and YouTube. The Real Neal. Y'all saying yes. Okay, I'm gonna get out of my way because I can share all this stuff. But yeah, the reason why I sold my condo, and it's beautiful, and I paid it myself. And obviously, y'all know the real estate market in LA is ridiculous. And I loved it. First of all, was because I was stalked so bad. And when we were doing maybe the last season or the second to last season in the Hughleys, I was getting some really bad I was getting some really bad threats while we were filming. And that's when I was living in that condo. And once the filming was over, y'all, the guards and everybody came up to my assistant, who at this point was looking scared because they've been calling we all have our own dressing rooms, and they had been calling my dressing room and doing making all types of threats, and obviously saying that they were going to come up to the stand, which is hard to do when you're on a sound stage. So I wasn't scared until, and then she comes up to me and says, well, that's for your safety. They're gonna escort you home because the person was saying that they knew where I lived and they was gonna come to my house. Y'all don't even know. Y'all have no idea, right? So after you've had people go through your whole condo with guns drawn, yeah, it was never the same. Let's just say that. It was never the same. And someone said that's the part that they're scared about. And again, I need to talk more about that on this platform even. I was scared for a long time. It took me, obviously, it wasn't an overnight decision to sell it, but I made the decision to sell it because I wanted to not have that memory. Not necessarily them coming through, but just the memory of the stalking. And I've been stalked since then, but I think over time, one, you learn how to deal with things in life. And I think, I'm grown, but y'all know this. Y'all know I'm grown. But over time, you learn how to process. You have your own, things that you've done and people that you've seen that I've seen to help me process through certain things. And as I've gotten older and, I know how to carry a pew and all of that stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? And I've learned as I've also gotten older that you have to live your life too. And I refuse to let someone come in and, now they control my life and I don't control it anymore. But what I could control was selling it. So I sold it. And then I bought a house maybe 2 years after that. And that's how I live my life. Something happens, something needs to pivot, something needs to shift. You know, I've had enough experiences and things in my life that I'm not going to just, you know, I make wise decisions, you know. I make wise decisions that work with my life. And that's all you can do. And if you want to be in this business, you cannot worry about what may scare you. See, that to me, I look at that as an excuse to not do it. Because at the end of the day, I've traveled all over the world. I've, you know, made some really good money and do what I can in this business. And it's been fun. It's been great. I can't let 2 or 3 stupid individuals like the little comment today, you know, take away from something that can be magical. So I also say, don't let a bad situation, a bad boyfriend, the fear of trying, all of those things that keep you from being your best, defer you. Because life is great. Life can be magical. Now, you know, I still have goals. I want a condo in New York City. That's what I really want. That's what I really want. I want my own condo in New York City. That's about $5 million. So we ain't got that yet. So again, we all have our same goals. Thank you. Be sure you're following. Be sure you're doing stuff. But that was my message of the Screen Actors Guild. Y'all call them up. So don't be afraid to call places that, again, fear. Don't be afraid to call them. If you already are in this business and you know you've been working and stuff, you may have enough credits to join and get on a payment plan. Everybody does it. But get to that money, because see, you don't want to be in this position where, say you don't try, right? And say, like, at this point, as I've mentioned on here before, be sure you're following. I've done over 8 television shows and amassed a certain amount of money and wealth and things like that, and experiences and blah, blah, blah. But say if I was afraid to even move from Memphis. Say if I let people talk me out of even trying. You know? Thank you for the love. Thank you for everything. I'm just giving some gems. I literally just, again, if you're new on here today, you know, we have the little goal, but I don't know if we hit it or yet. It would tell me. I don't think we did. So please make sure we hit the goal. But as I said, like, you got to try in life. You got to get out of your comfort zone and try. You got to do what you want to do. Yeah, and somebody said, yeah, New York is expensive. So when I first started in the business, I was doing performing and Broadway and things like that, and I was living in New York, and I had like a super cute studio apartment in close to Times Square. When I was doing my first show, does anybody know what the very first project I did was? And it wasn't the Hughleys, and it wasn't Sequest. It wasn't the first thing I did. I'll talk to you about the workout in a second. My very first project that I got in the entertainment business was the soap opera. I had a 1-year contract on a soap opera called Loving for ABC Network. That was my very first project. And so I got a condo, and I think back then that condo was like $1,500. We're talking about the early 90s, 1500s, early 90s. I was talking about like every day. So that was my first everyday. Yes, I did do Law and Order, but my first everyday was a 1-year contract on a soap opera called Loving, and it was $1,500. That was in the 90s. Yes, hey, this is me. I don't know if you even have a page. Yeah, to live near Times Square in the 90s. Yep, sure was. Somebody said in the 90s. Yeah, it was. See, again, it's not the Midwest. It's not Idaho. But back, and it was Times Square. I live near Times Square, y'all. That's prime real estate area. And it was beautiful. And I had a doorman, which I wanted that too. And all of those things, as y'all know, this goes into it. The doorman, Times Square, all of that shit made it what it was. But yeah, that was in the 90s. So y'all know how much the people pay, like $5,000 to have prime real estate type of places. See, and sometimes it says 6,500. Yep. So like I said, that's my goal. I'm working toward that new goal. That's my new goal. I want to have that because I want to have a condo, not a house, in New York. So when it starts to get cold in New York, I'll have somewhere else to go to. Because, baby, I lived in New York for 6 years. That was one of the main reasons I left, because I can't deal with it. That's why I'm getting ready to go back west, because I can't deal with it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like being cold. I don't like it at all. Hey, hi. Somebody said New York got that Canada cold. Yep, that, what else? That Chicago cold, because I think that's even worse. Yeah, I think that's even worse. The Chicago cold is even worse. I think I got to turn around a little bit because the sun is going down. And I'm probably going to shut the live off for a little bit. I just want to make sure y'all, y'all can help me with the... Ooh, wait, hold on. I'm stuck in the chair. Okay, so somebody asked me about fitness and health. Let's get into that real quick. Yeah, Chicago crazy cold. So I think Chicago got New York beat, but y'all can argue about that. Canada's probably big. I've worked in Canada, but I've never been in Canada when it's snowing, so I don't know. But I felt that. I felt it in New York because I lived there. So one of the best things advices I can give, and I give advice, so be sure you're following. I do, yes, health and wellness. Is the first thing is to drink a whole lot of water. That's the first one I got for you. You got to drink a whole lot of water, y'all. The main thing you should be drinking is water. Because see, that's going to help with your skin. That's going to help with your joints. That's going to help with all of those things. So please drink more water than you think you should. I'm out even outside with my water. So for the new people, I did like about a mile and a half of a jog / run. And then somebody told me that somebody said some bull crap on my page, on my last post. And so they put together, it was actually one of my editors, and they put together a whole little funny clapback reel. And I said, it's Sunday. We ain't going to get them like that today. It's Sunday. But I went on there and I just gave them a little like talk and just was like, everybody's going through too much stuff. We got to be kind and enjoy fun and enjoy experiences and love with each other, not be a... But anyway, that's why I jumped on, because they had told me that, and I just wanted to put that on my heart to y'all. Like, y'all know everybody's dealing with stuff and benefits and food and foolishness. So again, I'll still be trying to learn stuff with the lives, y'all. And again, so let me just get to the point of it. I do lives Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we get into the full conversation about the entertainment business every Tuesday and every Thursday. Any more help, any tips and things, I give a lot of those. I give a lot of advice. I share places to go. I share what you need to do. I do all of that. Okay, I do all of that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So be sure you're following, and that's where we do all of that advice and help and things like that to really get you prepared to be in the entertainment business. I promise y'all, if I knew even a tenth of what I know now, and if you apply even a tenth of what I tell you, you're going to be successful. I've helped lots of people get success in this entertainment business. It's fun for me at this age to give back and help people do everything. This week I was off because I had someone in from out of town, and you know, things got a little crazy and busy. So, but starting back on this coming Tuesday, and usually around 7:30 p.m. is Industry Chat with E, and also on Thursdays, Industry Chat with E. You can ask questions. It's been a minute since I do live talent shows sometimes. Like we do it all. 7:30 p.m. Central Time is usually when I do it. But yeah, be sure you're following. Be sure you're following so you get all the things and you can be updated on what I got going on in life. But also, y'all, I have a show that I would love for you guys to be watching. I have a show called Grits on the All Black Network. Thank you for the gift goal. I think we still need a couple more of those. Thank you for the gift goal. I don't think I've reached it yet. Thank you for the gift goal. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ty. I had to look for your name. You know what? You're always in there. I think I've seen your name before. Yeah, I know I need a couple of more. So yeah, we need just a couple more, y'all. It's just because TikTok be on some BS if I don't give them. So the show, thank you for getting me back on track. So this is the show I have on the Watch All Black Network. It's a streaming service. They do the Braxtons and some other shows. The show's called Grits. It's about these three women who want to win a skating competition. And I play the mean ass mama. Thank you. The mean ass mama to the girl's boyfriend. I'm the mother of the boyfriend, and she don't like her. And so it's fun, and it's actually last week it was #1 on All Black. Watch All Black. That's what it's called. Watch All Black. If you want to go check it out. And I'll tell y'all, just like I told my family, just get the service for, before you got to pay the $6.99 and watch all the episodes. Watch it, support it. We got to help these creators out. Watch it, support it. So yeah, that's all I want y'all to do. Watch, support, show some love. I've been doing it for. Somebody says they have that. Yeah, go on there. It's called Grits. GR, like what you eat. But again, it's loosely based about Memphis, Tennessee, about these three girls who want to win a skating competition to win $50,000. But that's the segue to learning about their lives, their stories, and I absolutely love it. Oh, somebody says they're watching it. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I don't get into the comments, but why are you going to tell somebody no? I don't understand that one. I don't understand that. If somebody's trying to support, that's what they're supposed to be doing. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else, Y'all be on some BS. I said this the other day, too. Everybody needs to chill, right? We all can have people that we admire. We all can have people that we will never meet in life, but they can be our biggest supporters. And 9 times out of 10, it's the people that you do not know that can be your biggest supporters, your champions, and things like that. Just because someone is doing something to support, don't know none of these people, really. But just like I get on stage and show love and do what I'm doing and show you guys something and try to be on here and teach, I'm trying to help people get money, okay? Because it's a lot going on in this world, so everybody needs a little extra cash. But so, yeah. But yeah, I just, out here, I love to give advice. I love to give some help because when I first started, ain't nobody helped me. But who was helpful were the people who I met along the way and said, when I was in college in Philadelphia and they were like, girl, we go to New York, we audition for musicals. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. It's close. Because I didn't even know how close New York was to Philly at the time. And we used to get on the cheap train and go into Philly and audition. Yes, and somebody's, oh, you watch it. Yes, so just so you know, Thomas Jones, somebody says that they love Grits. It is a great show. And Thomas Jones, who is one of the actors, and he's also one of the executive producers, EPs, he is the person who recommended me for the job. And so shout out to him, and shout out to everybody on All Black. They're actually very cool. I like everybody over there. So that's how that even happened. So yeah, be sure y'all watching it. So just check it out. It's a good show. They dropped the episodes. Don't give me the lying. And maybe I'll make an announcement on here. I think they drop the episodes every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Yeah. Every Tuesday is when they do that. And as I was talking about the health, you need the water. I know, I be so many questions. I try my best to answer what I can. This all day. And if you don't want to pay for some more, fill it up. Get to at least 8 of these a day. Okay, 8 of these a day. I am not a vegan or anything like that, but I do eat sparingly, meaning I have one big meal a day. So if I'm craving breakfast is going to be my biggest meal of the day. Everything else is going to start to just deteriorate. Maybe a green apple for a snack, maybe some protein enriched trail mix. And we don't eat all day. We don't snack all day. And I stay active. I know people be wanting a cheat sheet. I wish I had one. Trust and believe, I wish I had one. But there is not one. There's not one. It's just really that simple. But yeah, those are the best advice I can give. I mean, and even sometimes, y'all, when I'm watching television at home, even if I've worked out for the day, I have my ankle weights at the house, and I always am doing something. I may just be doing sit-ups while I'm watching a television show. That's for women and men. Like the midsection can mess up your whole outfit. So I try my best to keep that part together. Okay, but yeah, it's really pretty. It's that simple, y'all. That is hilarious. So that's really it. So let me know. Are you guys in a cold city? Like, is it cold there? Let me know. Who's where? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? And again, relax. We don't know each other. We're just showing support, so you're good. We don't have to know each other. Y'all need to stop being so mean. At the end of the day, we don't know each other, so it's cool. Nothing gonna happen. You follow or whatever. You're doing something positive. I follow. What's up, Detroit? What's up, Chicago? So you already know. I know y'all freezing. I think I saw y'all was snowing. Memphis. And so that's what I'm saying. It's different parts of the world. But like the end of the, what's up, Memphis, the hometown, DC, all of the places. It depends on where you at. It can be cold, can be hot. I'm going right back to LA because I can't. Yeah, and I have somebody here with me. Somebody's like, where you at? I'm like, don't try it. Just because they're not on camera. But yeah, I finished a really good 1.5 mile walk, and just that, I've never been outside. Go outside tomorrow. Get some little fresh air. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Charlotte? Nashville, Bama. And that's what I said. I'm going back to LA by next week too. And y'all, just so y'all know I've lived in Los Angeles for like 28 years. I'm not a Memphis resident anymore. Man, I went to college in Philadelphia. What's up, Philadelphia? I went to college in Philly. I really like Philadelphia a lot. It's been at least 2 or 3 times I've thought about like going back. But again, I'm not chasing the cold like that. See, somebody said it's 38. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get it in. And LA is truly the best city. I don't care what y'all say. I know a lot of people got to say. But again, these are places that have high rents. So somebody said, when's your next movie? So again, I'm not being funny when I say please follow. So then you'll know. But I've talked about it on the platform before. So the next movie I have that's going to come out is going to be a movie I call Wild Cards that I did with Leon. Y'all know Leon that's used to be married to Cynthia Bailey. Yeah, that's probably going to be next. We shot it. It actually won at the Essence Fest this year. So that's probably going to be the next one that comes out. Same like I just talked about with New York. New York is expensive. Los Angeles, these are high quality places with beautiful real estate. And someone asked a question, would I be interested in B-list movies? I don't even know what that means, and not being shady. Everything I do is Screen Actors Guild, and I do have minimum quotes. I'm not a just getting started actress, so I don't get just getting started salary. So I hope that helps, because when you get to a point in your career where your name holds weight and your name can help generate a project, $500 to $1 million, that's what you get. You get your money back. As I mentioned, I have quotes that I work with, and they're not cheap. So if anybody wants to have those type of discussions, you have to send me a serious only email that you already have all your paperwork together, and you already have your Screen Actors Guild paperwork together, and that you do have a good budget, because we don't do anything. I'm doing great. How are you? And that's exactly what I'm doing. I am enjoying this sun before it goes down. That is facts. Because it's going to go down. I was literally getting ready to go outside yesterday, y'all. And I was going to do a TikTok. And it was probably like 4:15. And I was, doing my final touches. By the time I stepped outside by 4:30, it was dark. I said, damn, that was crazy. So, but yeah. I was getting my little workout on. So as I mentioned, if I do anything that's like a independent movie or do anything, I still have required pay. And so maybe that's something we need to break down in an episode or two. Actors with a certain caliber, it can be a 2B project or whatever, but I have a minimum pay that I get paid for. So it don't matter. Okay? Oh yeah, the daylight saving time is eating me up, eating everybody up. So I hope that helps. Just because it's Tubi, and Tubi has a lot of money right now on that platform, and I hate to say it, I see a lot of people saying that they want to do the Tubi movie. I hope y'all know that if you're not doing it and you have put this budget together and you did not decide to do Screen Actors Guild, they cheating you. I hope you know that. Anybody who's watching this who's done that, they know y'all not SAG. They know y'all ain't got nobody to cover you to come after them, so that's what they do. I have a friend that asked me, because they were having meetings with a Tubi movie, and they told them they were going to give them $10,000 for their movie. That's them cheating, y'all. That's them cheating people. Just so you know. Because, baby, they got it. Thank you. Again, I was running before I sat down and started talking to y'all. I was doing my daily run, and but again, on Sundays, if I have time, I like to do 2 workouts. So I'm just going to sit here and talk to y'all a little bit more, and then I'm going to go in and My people are saying they ready to go. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more of this sunlight. But yeah, it's beautiful out, and like I said, I'm gonna enjoy it because, child,
They must be ready to go.
I know you heard that woman. People be ready to go at a certain time. It's starting to get colder out here. But no, I'm just as a reference, I am more than 10K. I'm more than 10K to do any movie. Just so anybody knows this. And it has to be Screen Actors Guild. So get your budgets. Oh, yeah, this is my workout hat. Or when I don't want to be bothered. I need to come out with a line of these and do like different colors. So, oh, somebody said clock it. Again, I be trying not to be shady, just okay. But it's just there's levels. There's levels. And at the end of the day, I've leveled up at this point. And what's crazy is, again, I always tell people, don't speak without knowing what you're talking about. I really never get any Tyler Perry auditions. Like, I don't know if it's my agent that's never been, or agents that I've had. I've never been on the radar for him, but I don't get a lot of those. That's why I've never worked with Tyler Perry. I absolutely have met him. He knows friends of mine, and I would love to, but I've never gotten but maybe one Tyler Perry audition. That's why. Y'all be on some own head conspiracy theories all the time. Yeah. So how it works in the entertainment business, y'all, it's the casting director 9 times out of 10 has relationships with some of the casting, meaning some projects that you're getting auditions for. That's what you're going to be going in for. I'll give an example. I work with a lot of high-end talent people, and at the end of the day, that's why I'll get an audition for a Logan, a Scream 2, or whatever. And sometimes the people that I work with, they just don't get those. It's not any shade. Now, maybe if I saw he was getting ready to do something, maybe I need to do a public plea. It's not anything intentional. Okay. Yeah, rain ain't nothing but rain. There ain't nothing but water. Oh, thank you. Rain ain't nothing but water. Umbrellas work. Life's too short. Get out there and sing in the rain. All right, look, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's starting to get a little even extra breezy. But this has been fun just to kind of come out here, and shout out to all the day ones. Shout out to everybody who jumped on here today. Shout out for being positive with me. Again, this live was about being positive and being kind, and don't let the hate make you try to be negative to someone that you don't know. Thank you. Whoa. Don't let the hate be so, or jealousy just make you just do mean things. It's not cool. It's not cool. It is unnecessary. Because again, I ain't doing nothing to be on here but just try to show love and try to help people get money in this entertainment business. I'm working on screenplays. I'm working on a lot of my own ideas. We're doing some capital fundraising right now. So, all right, y'all, listen, y'all have a beautiful Sunday. They ready to eat, and I'm going to go on and go. Bye.